Welcome to the Basics of Bossing Up. I am Allie Love. Today I want to talk about judgment. Something that I've been really thinking about for the last week is this concept and this idea that not only are we being judged, every time we walk in a room we feel like people may be judging us. We may have some encounters with friends, families, strangers where you get a glance, you'll get a look, you'll get a word, and you feel like someone's judging you. And as I kind of think about this a little bit more, I'm realizing that not only do we feel like we're being judged, but 10 times out of 10, if not 9 times out of 10, we are judging other people, and then we are judging ourselves. And the most critical aspect of this is not the being judged or the judging, it's the judging ourselves aspect that becomes such a big factor. I recently was talking to a friend and I was just like, I can't get over the fact that I'm constantly judging everything I do. I'm overly critical around everything I'm doing. I'll have a conversation with someone, whether it's, an hour ago, a day ago, a week ago, and I'll come back and I'll focus on that conversation. I'll replay it in my head. I'll say what I should have said differently. I'll talk about things I should have done better. I'll critique it. And in some regards, as I'm growing as a human being, I'll look back on this video and I'll say, hey, what could I have said differently? What did I say wrong? What word did I pronounce incorrectly? That's helpful in building a brand, building a business, and becoming a better self. But I've gotten to the point where sometimes I'm so overly critical that it almost hurts me. And it hurts me in the same way that someone who I feel like is judging me or that I know is judging me is as hurtful as that. It's as hurtful as that. And I guess the reason I want to bring this up is that as you go about your day, whether you're listening to this before work, in the morning, the midday, on your lunch break, the evening, or just on your free time, one of the things that I want to remind you is that don't get so caught up in being judged. More so focus on stop judging yourselves. And the more we practice, and I don't want to say stop judging because your judgment does get you to certain places in terms of how to judge a situation or how to navigate. Your instincts do help you navigate scary situations or those situations that are unsafe. So I don't want to be overly critical, but I do want to focus on this concept of continuously judging yourself in a negative capacity. And the more that we focus on eliminating that self-judgment, the better we are externally. The more that we'll increasingly stop judging others because we have stopped judging ourselves. And I know most of us can take a stance and I can look at it and say, I'm not really judging other people, I'm just judging myself. But the reality of this, or myself, the reality of the situation is that we are judging other people's, and that come along with the stereotype, that comes along with stereotypes, that comes along with the territory. But I want us to keep in mind that the more that we can focus on scaling back, giving ourselves the benefit of the doubt, being more understanding with ourselves, more patient with ourselves, and per my last video, giving ourselves an occasional pat on the back or good job, positive affirmations go a long way internally with ourselves. And the more we do that, the more we practice that, the better it becomes for our interactions with other people. The more that, or the less time we take on critically judging a conversation we had with someone an hour ago, a day ago, a week ago. And the more we can focus on truly becoming our best selves. And I think that this is just, again, my advice on basics of bossing up in order to be a boss in this world. And I'm not talking about have people report to you, look up to you, all these things. What it means to be a boss is to establish a tone, set the standard, and be able to say, you know what, I'm the person who's gonna get dirty. I'm the person who's gonna stand up and get it done. And in order to do that, we have to eliminate the self-judgment. Allow yourself to be human. Being human is a gift, it's not a curse. So make sure that we're looking at it as such. So yeah, I just wanted to focus this really short video around the basics of bossing up, is just to eliminate, or at least, I don't wanna say eliminate because you don't wanna eliminate all judgment, but at least step back or fall back on the judgment of self. Give yourself some love, some understanding. That way, once you learn how to do it with yourself, you can easily do it with other people. Usually it's easier to do it with people that you love, people that are close to you, and then it becomes so much part of you and becomes a habit that you'll do it with complete strangers. And that's what it means to have humanity. So on that, I'll see you guys another time. Please always leave a comment in the comment section. I want to know what you believe, what you think. This is not a one-size-fits-all. This is a conversation, so I want you to agree, disagree, but always provide insight. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.